Okay, so I just stumbled across this project about a B programming language compiler that's being built in Rust. Super interesting,
Wait, what? A B programming language? I thought that was just a footnote in history. What's the deal with this compiler?
right? I mean, it's actually got a pretty cool backstory. It's not just plumbing in Rust. They're using this structure called FASM for the backend.
FASM? I haven't heard of that one before. Is it like a more efficient way to handle assembly or something?
Exactly. It's a fast assembler that simplifies the compilation process. So what happens is that the Rust backend talks to FASM for code generation.
That's wild. So we're essentially getting a modern spin on this retro language. What's the significance of B anyway?
Totally. B was actually a precursor to C, developed by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie. It's fascinating how its philosophy lingers on.
Oh, wow. I always thought of C as the foundational language. So what's the goal with this compiler then?
The core aim is to revive interest in B while also bringing fresh testing capabilities. They're pushing for robustness in error handling.
So you mean it doesn't just fail and crash? That's pretty advanced. How does the B-test utility fit into all this?
Great question. The B-test utility runs tests across different platforms. Instead of crashing, it simply collects error statuses. That's genius.
Now I'm thinking about how user-friendly that makes debugging. You just get an overview of what's working and not.
Exactly. Imagine working on a project and not having to sift through messy crashes. It almost feels like having your own programming safety net.
That gives me chills. So it can even test on specific platforms using flags. But how exactly does that work?
You can specify the platform you want tests on with a command, like -t for targeting specific ones. It's super versatile.
Oh, I see. That way you can slice the test matrix however you want. It's like customizing your own testing experience.
Yes, and when you combine tests and platforms, it gives you such depth. It's like tailoring your diagnostic journey.
I can totally see how that would be a game changer. Is there any particular challenge they're facing with this project?
Well, since B is kind of niche, there's the challenge of attracting users who would actually want to use it. It's like a revival mission.
That's interesting. It's like bringing back vinyl records. You need to create interest and community around it.
Right? And how they market it could draw developers who are curious about language evolution. That connection is key.
Yeah, that makes total sense. If they can show its relevance today, it might just spark a resurgence.
Absolutely. Plus, they have this rich legacy to tap into, which could be a great selling point.
I'm all in on this. So what's the bigger picture here then? Is there a lesson about programming languages overall?
Good question. It reminds us that older languages can still inspire modern innovations and that there's beauty in exploration.
Yeah, it's like how we keep seeing retro gaming making a comeback. There's value in the past.
Exactly. So if we think about it, we need to view programming languages not just as tools, but as evolving conversations.
Now that's an enlightening way to see it. It paints programming as this continually developing ecosystem.
Right? And it's not just about adopting the latest and greatest, but also understanding our roots.
This entire discussion makes me rethink how we engage with technology. What do you think the next steps are for this compiler?
I think they need to focus on building an active community around it, showcasing use cases, and maybe even tutorials.
That's a great idea. Engagement is key. Once people see its potential, it could create a real movement.
For sure. And who knows? It might even influence the way we think about language design in the future.
Wow, that's a fascinating thought. It really makes me curious about what other innovations are lurking in the shadows.
And it's so cool to uncover things like this, turning retro into something modern and inspiring.
Exactly. It opens up a whole dialogue about programming that a lot of people overlook.
So what's the takeaway here? Maybe that the past can illuminate the path forward in programming.
Exactly. Embracing what came before can lead to exciting possibilities we never even considered.
And it's a reminder not to overlook any tool, no matter how retro it might seem at first glance.
For sure, I'm feeling inspired already. Imagine diving back into other forgotten languages.
Oh, totally. There's a treasure trove of wisdom waiting to be explored. Who's ready for some retro coding?
Count me in. I love this journey into the past as we tap into the future of programming.